Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Happy Tuesday on a Thursday. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's so long, so late, so long. Boy, what a week. What a week. I will tell you what. Oh my goodness. It's hard to imagine it's already Thursday. It's not a Tuesday, but Tuesday we were not here because we had a funeral to go to in the afternoon. Chandra's co-worker's husband passed away. They had been trying to get healthy, started going on a walk, and he passed away on one of the walks. So we went to that funeral and went to lunch, and then we had Chandra's oldest sister came over Tuesday night, and the family was loud and all that stuff. So here we are now. Chandra's busy right now doing stuff, trying to make up for that lost time, and she works tomorrow. And my goodness. Let's say hello. Well, we got some big changes coming to this house, and I want to talk to you guys about that because a lot of changes coming, a lot of changes. And I'm not, Emma, you can hear me. I'm not talking for 4 minutes while I'm muted like on Sunday. But I did make the mistake because Victor and Chris are live right now, and I'm over here live at the same time. I did not plan for that. It was not something that I had meant to happen. I saw they were going live on a Thursday, but I didn't realize it was this Thursday. And I was like, when can I go live? And I was thinking, Two Crazy Ketos go live at 8:30. Let me get some stuff done so I can go live. And I've got to cook dinner after this and pack Chandra's lunches. We went shopping all day today with the granddaughter to get all of her stuff for school. She starts school on Wednesday already, so we had to get that stuff together. But anyway, hello, friends. Evelyn is here. We love you, Evelyn. I love you, Evelyn. Sherry is here. Good morning, Sherry. Morning. Oh, I can't even believe I'm having a day. I'm tired. Oh my goodness. As you can see, Chandra is not here, but she's going to be maybe stopping by to say hi tonight on her way to get some stuff done. But thank you, Sherry, for being here. Amy's here. Good evening, Amy. And Brian is here. And I understand if you guys are here and not here and over with Victor and over with Chris, I understand. Too much going on. So, yeah, I was not so I mean, even Sherry's talking about this was not something that I was planning for, but here we are anyway. Oh my goodness. And Evelyn is saying hello, Dustin and Chandra, Sherry, everybody. Andy is here. Good evening, Andy, and I hope you and Susan are both doing very well. And she said thank you, Amy, for the card. I love it. And Jeremiah is here today. He dropped a t-shirt by my house today. It's downstairs. Take a photo of it, but it's a black t-shirt, so it's gonna fit me like who I am, right? And it's made of hemp, and it's got like a lifetime warranty. So I'm excited about that. Sharon Holloway's in the house. Good evening, Sharon. So I imagine a lot of you will probably need to catch up on the replay. Those of you who are watching Chris and Victor's live or want to bounce back and forth, I have no I understand that there's a lot going on, and I wish I would. I just didn't have a better day to go live because if I'd have done this tomorrow night, I would have overlapped on Cindy, and there's just never enough things going on. There's never enough time. I imagine with everything going on in the house. So as we start talking about what's going on, so the granddaughter, our daughter, our son-in-law are moving into the house with us. There's gonna be 7 of us living in the house. They're bringing 2 dogs and 2 cats. So we're trying to make accommodations for them as well as the 2 boys who already live here. This is a 3-bedroom house with a giant loft. So the giant loft is where Chandra's eBay business is. It's out that way. So if you were looking and you go that way, you would see her eBay. There's shelving and inventory and all kinds. She's got a desk with a computer and she does all of her work there. That can't go away just for the fact that that brings in a significant amount of income for the house. So that means my office, the one where I'm at right now, will be gone and they will go to the kids. Someone will be in this room. It will not be me anymore. I will not have this. I will not have this office anymore. I'm going to try to set up. Hopefully, you won't notice a difference. It'll look relatively in our bedroom. I got to figure out how to make that work because as I edit, I've got a big screen up here that I edit on, and there's no place for me to set up anything that looks like this with these curtains in there and have this on a wall. So I'm looking at a stand that will hold this TV and be in front of the table. It might actually work out better for me in the long run. But yeah, it's gonna be a major investment. It's gonna be even more difficult because now there'll be people cooking and having more food in the house. They like to eat. They don't eat keto by any stretch of the imagination. So there's gonna be whatever they feel like eating. The other day they brought over peach cobbler and ice cream and stuff. So it's going to be a minefield for Chandra and I trying to maintain some semblance of consistency. We've done it before. We did it in the beginning of the pandemic. Well, we went, in 2016, we went keto. The boys lived here. She did not. She had already moved out by that point. And when they came back to living here, we were still new to keto, so it was a little bit easier for us. But it's going to be very difficult with everybody trying to do what they want to do and Shannon and I doing what we do to keep consistent. It's going to be difficult because the temptation is going to be there every day. And I feel for people who live in a situation where their spouse isn't keto or carnivore and they eat whatever they want. They're baking brownies or whatever they're having and macaroni and cheese or whatever it is. They're ordering pizzas. And that becomes very tempting. If it's there all the time, eventually your temptation will break because we are human. And we can't tell our family, no, we have to have our family here. We can't turn them away. Their living situation is not the best, and we need the best for our granddaughter and our kids. And so they're going to move in with us. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really rough for us. And hopefully, this won't interrupt the channel too much. I mean, I imagine it probably will have something to do. We're probably going to start doing the Tuesday lives in the morning, in the afternoon, the morning, the mid-morning. Once the girl goes to school, once everybody's gone to work. So Chandra and I can sit down and talk with you guys and have a good conversation. And that'd probably be better because there's less competition in the mid-morning, like 10 or 11 in the morning. We may do Tuesday, Tuesday morning coffee or something like that and just talk and drink our coffee and hang out with you guys. And all this is still up in the air because it's going to take us a couple of weeks to get to where everything is side, everybody's moved in. We're going to get through it. It's just going to be tough. I mean, I was very upset the fact that I'm losing my office because this is my space. This is a place where I can come and just nobody comes in here. Nobody comes to bother me. But if I'm in the room, then Chandra's got to go to bed, which means I can't work while she's asleep. And I don't typically do that anyway, but it's those things that, like, if I want to work late into the night on a night and she wants to go to sleep, then I'm in there with her, and it's going to be a problem. It's going to take sacrifice, and I'll have to work more diligently during the day while no one is home, and we'll have to do what we can do, also while also maintaining some semblance of being active. I want us to get a gym membership. I want us to go to the gym and be active because, I mean, we're gaining weight. We're not getting, we're having issues. We're not being consistent. And it's only going to be harder and more stressful for us in the coming months. I mean, and even coming around Christmas time, things are going to be hectic. And I mean, in the next couple of weeks, we'll talk more about that. But it's just going to be, there's going to be 7 people in this house, and it's going to be 7 very loud and opinionated people in this house, and I have to navigate this channel the best I can. I can't give up the channel. I can't step away from the channel. I refuse, because this channel, this community is my lifeline. And Chandra and I are both committed to this community, this channel. And it's what keeps me hanging on. And when we made the decision to let, because where they're at is not good, conducive to a healthy, happy, um it's just not conducive to a happy, healthy kid, and especially with everything going on. And so there's a lot to unpack. And I mean, I was very upset about losing my office, and lucky to have it for about 6 years. I moved into this office when my job sent us remote, and I worked remote in this office for a long time. And then when I was let go from that job, it became my office to do YouTube, and I've been doing that. Shannon has been helping me do that since 2021. Mikey, my buddy Mikey's in here. Say hi to Micro. He actually is the one who edited my first video. If you go back and look at the very, very first set of videos, the first 2 videos, he was the one that edited. I recorded it and sent it off to him, and he edited it and did a wonderful job and came up with the initial logo and set the YouTube up for me. And he was amazing, and he's been a good friend of mine for a long time. And um yeah, I don't know what he's saying, don't do that, but hey, you're my friend. And you've been there and you've helped me, and we talk, and oh my goodness. But anyway, thank you, Cindy. Cindy is giving me a $10 super chat. I will see if I can get there to that in a second. I don't know what's going on. There we go. There we go. Now I can see everything. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know what's going on. Okay, we got some Cindy super chats here. Thank you, Cindy, so much. I truly appreciate you. Yeah, sorry for your loss. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I met that guy one time, but it was Chandra's coworker. She worked with his wife. So she worked with his wife, and they were trying to be healthy on walks and everything, and he just collapsed. I mean, so it's been a week. It's been a week for sure. So that was last week, I believe. But and then everything we're trying, like I said, we're just trying to get everything moved in, and we're gonna get through this. No big deal. I mean, just a house full of people. Mikey knows about that. Mikey's got 4 kids. Um, but yeah, I love all of you guys, and I wanted to be transparent and let you guys know what was going on. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, we're gonna take care of family. We're gonna do what we got to do for the family and all that stuff. And it's just gonna be tough. But I'm gonna move things around, and I'm going to try to get my office set up in our bedroom and make it look. I've got the curtains, and I'll try to. The sound deadening will be a hard part, but I think I can figure that out and get that taken care of so it's not so bad. But yeah, and Andy's saying that her daughter makes homemade spaghetti and sauce for the daughter now, and I'm making spaghetti and using Palimini angel hair pasta, make it keto. I just like pasta sauce with some like cheese and yeah, babe, come in. Telling everybody the situation. There's the beautiful lady.
Hi guys.
Like I told him about your coworker's husband, and
I'm breaking stuff on your shelf with my butt.
Yeah, so your coworker's husband, they were trying to be healthy and went for a walk and
dropped dead right there on the freaking sidewalk in the middle of the road. So yeah, so that's what it is. Exercise kills you. That's what we've learned from this. Exercise kills you.
And then I was talking about bringing the family back home, and we're going to be a lot of changes, a lot more issues with us being consistent because they don't cook keto by any stretch of the imagination.
And it's going to be a lot more stress. A lot of stress, but hopefully we'll all survive. We'll see.
And as I was going live, Victor and Chris were going live. Oh. So, yeah, there's that. Like bad timing on my part.
Well, I'm trying to break your over here. Anywho, good to see you all. I'm going back to go to work on my eBay stuff.
Love you, babe.
Love you. I broke your chair too.
That's okay.
Breaking all the stuff.
That's fine. And Evelyn's asking, what did you say about giving up your studio? What's going to be a bedroom for one of the kids or some of the kids or whatever the case is? That's fine. That's fine.
Stuck to my
Oh my goodness. It'll give me a chance to kind of get some of this stuff sorted out. I've got a mess in here. Yeah. It's going to be not fun. I had this initially set up. I got a TV up here, and I got chairs in here. It might work out better for us to have our lives in our bedroom. I'll have these chairs set up. We can sit on the chairs. We'll figure out how it works. We'll make it work. I mean, we don't have much of a choice. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And Carrie says, hello, Dustin. Just to let you know, tomorrow is a day 5 of the new job. I am working through the local temp company, helping the custodians with the local intermediate school. Fantastic. Ooh, I've got hiccups. I don't know where I'm so glad, Carrie. I'm glad that you're working and you're getting your stuff. You're getting it taken care of. Yeah, Evelyn said it is not Sunday morning. I know it's Thursday night. This is our Tuesday night live. But I'll be live. It'll be probably Sunday. Will probably be the last live I do in here in this office, and then look a little weird till I get things set up in the other room. But we'll make it work. You know. Carrie says, "Why don't sharks eat clownfish? Because they might taste funny." Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you guys much for the condolences and everything. Yeah. We went to the funeral, it was packed. I mean, like you just go to those funerals and you can tell like how somebody was loved, and they like the funeral home and like let him bring his motorcycle in, and it was set up and all kinds of it was a nice service. We didn't stick around for the service. It was so crowded. So you know. And Andy said, maybe I'll call you after the live stream is going on. Oh, yeah. Got to cook and clean. I got some stuff to do. I got to do some dishes. I got to make lunches for Chandra and all that fun stuff. So eventually things will, the goal is to get them settled into a new place eventually. I mean, we wanted to be, I mean, we've been watching the girl since she was born. She only went to daycare for a very short amount of time. And then once my job was done, she didn't have to go to daycare anymore. So she's been with us since 2020, before 2021. So we've, in theory, saved them so much with childcare, not having to send her to daycare. If they would have saved the money like they were sending her to daycare and put that back into an account, they would have been able to basically put a huge payment on a house in the last 6 years or whatever, 5 years. But children don't do the things, so hopefully they'll move in and they'll continue to save money, because where they're living now, they're supposed to be living for free, but they're spending like $1,000 on groceries because that's what they're doing, buying the groceries for the house, but they're buying it just for everybody in the house. And it's a situation close to this. They don't have to spend that kind of money here because we don't need them to. And we're just want them to start saving. And I don't know, maybe we start charging them rent that way, that there is money going into rent. And maybe then we give it back to them when it gets to enough to be a down payment on a house or whatever it is. I mean, we want to make sure that they're helping them and getting them away, and our boys need to move out and get them a place, but they're not in a situation or a place where they can get a place because everything has gone crazy, crazy, crazy expensive. So them trying to find a place where they can afford as just two guys is just crazy. Scott's in here from Hawaii. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys are having a fabulous time in Hawaii. I hope you're having all the fun and soaking up all the sun and going to the beach. I've seen some of your photos. You've been hiking and doing all that fun stuff. It's pretty amazing. I love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Andy. We appreciate you so much. And yeah, I'll text you after this live. Um, and again, thank you for the super chat, Cindy. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Mikey says that everybody's sleeping on the floor. Yeah. No, don't do that. LOL. Yeah. Jeanette Cleveland is in the house. From experience, set boundaries, hang on to each other. You both can do this. Just have just had two of mine move back. Could have a third, sending love and support. Yeah, I mean, that's the hardest part. You know what I mean? And Carl, you're right. We've done it before. It's just a stressful situation to go from being basically freedom. I mean, even with the boys living here, they don't really bother us that much. They work like swing shifts, so they go to work at like 5 and get off around 1 or 2 in the morning. So they're gone and gone all night, so we don't see them, and then they're up doing stuff at night, playing video games and doing whatever. And then when we get up, they're asleep, and then they get up and go to work. And so I mean, really, we don't see them very much. Sean, thank you so much, Mr. Bradley. Hope you and Show are doing wonderful. Sorry for all that's happening in your lives. We're here for you and Chandra. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. I truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you for the $10 super chat. And it was Mikey's like, I just got home. Yeah, I'll text you a little bit as well. Yeah. If I'm missing you and you're in the chat, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of talking this out and walking and listening and sweating. Jeffa. Yeah, I would love to start being able to do some walks and stuff and do all that fun stuff. I'd like to do some lives while we're walking, but it's been so hot. Borshow's asking heart failure. I'm guessing so. I think he was a smoker for a long time and all that stuff. So it's just so unfortunate. He was like 52 years old, I think, something like that. So not too far we are. We're 46. And Andy said, I've had 2 family deaths in the last 2 weeks. One was 50 and 58. Both died of heart attacks. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Andy. We love you so much. Mikey, camera set up in the bedroom. It'll be facing the other way, bud. Oh my goodness. Nobody wants to see this. I mean, there probably are people who want to see this, but Oh my goodness. Yeah, Scott's like, I'm on vacation. You're on Thursday. Yeah, we were supposed to go live Tuesday, but everything was just, yeah. And Amy says that her office has a lot going on there too. I bought some backdrops to hide everything. Yeah, I just like I've got these nice curtains behind me. They really help dampen the sound, and it just doesn't look like I'm in a bedroom. So I like that. So I'm going to put these up in the other room as well. I have to figure out how to get these down and get them up on the other side and put mollies in and all that stuff and get them all hung up and do all that fun stuff. Carl says it's our Sunday morning, Tuesday night live on a Thursday, a once in a lifetime experience. Anything to keto on? Yes. Aaron's in the house. Good evening, Aaron. I'm glad to see you. Just wanted to kind of get all that out in the air, just to kind of get it. It's just not catastrophic, but it is a big change for us, and it's just going to mean things have to be, things are going to be different. I'm going to do a lot more work during the day, and I just hope that everything can go smoothly, and I don't have to get caught up doing a bunch of stuff, and yeah. And our middle child's decided he's going to Japan in September, end of August, beginning of September. He's going to Japan for a week, and then we're supposed to be going to Alabama in the middle of October. Hopefully all that'll still work out and we can make that still happen. And oh my God, I just need to get away. I need my feet in the water. I need some ocean time. Oh my goodness. And we did it when our son got divorced, and we had the grandkids too. Yeah. So there's gonna be 7 of us here. It's just gonna hopefully. We weren't sure if the girl was gonna sleep in our room or like what's gonna happen, and because realistically, we've got the 2 bedrooms, and there's not really enough room for in the bedrooms to have like a queen size bed for Cheyenne and her fiance, and then the girl to have her own bed in there too, and then have any kind of room in there. And they don't want a TV in their bedroom, so they're going to be watching our TV downstairs, which means I'm never going to get to watch what I want to watch. But they're like, well, we really watch our phones. I'm like, until you're in a house where you have everything, because we can basically get anything we need to watch. We can have anything basically in our TV. So we've got Amazon Prime and Netflix and all that stuff. And, it's just one of the things with, we don't have to make it work. And I'll have 2 TVs in our bedroom. Then we have our normal, like 43-inch TV that we watch. That's kind of on a wall mount on the corner. We can pull out close to the bed. And then we'll have my 65-inch TV that I edit videos on and all that stuff. So we'll get there. I just, Chandra just doesn't want me to have to hide in the bedroom all the time. Like I kind of did, like when they all lived here before. And yeah, it was so rough. And Jeanette said, yeah, same with hubby and I, almost empty nesters, but glad to have a place for them to come. Yeah. And the thing is, like, we want to make sure that they'd never have to worry about somewhere to go. And we love having our kids here. We love it. Our granddaughter's here every day, but it's also nice when they go home. But there's not going to be any going home. And one thing that I worry about is we'll have the girl all day, whether she's in school, we drop her off and take her to and from school, and then we hang out with her or whatever. But then hopefully when the parents get home, they're in charge of watching her, and then we're not then stuck watching her too, or like when she's not in school, like on breaks and days off and weekends and all that stuff. I know it takes a village, but I got stuff to do. And, I want to go out. I really want to go to Hack Your Health. I got to figure out a way to make that happen. I got to figure out how to pay for, I got to figure out how I'm going to pay for the Dr. Barry course. That's a lot of money. And I want to go, not Hack Your Health. I want to go to Low Carb for Better Health in Tennessee, because I know that Stacy and them are going, and a bunch of people that I want to see, people that I want to be involved with, people that I want to spend time with are going to be there. And I know that Charlie is offering room in his hotel. I just got to be able to afford the ticket and to be able to afford to drive down there. And then I also want to go to the Q&A that Chris and Ash are cooking on, and then that's going to be Amanda Decker. That'll be in August, and then Low Carb for Better Health is in September. And then with all this, hopefully I'll be able to make that work and get away a little bit and kind of get some driving time for myself. So, and Sean said he was 52 when he had his heart attack, but I'm so glad you're still here. You're one of the people in this community. I'm so glad to have gotten to know you and meet you. And I mean, everybody in this community is fantastic. But Sean's a pillar in this community. I don't think we would be the same without him. So I'm glad you're here. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean, one of the most amazing people I've met thus far, and Evelyn and everybody. And Evelyn says, my eldest will be financially able to her own house before she has a driver's license. That's insane. But I mean, realistically, these days with financial responsibility, I mean, that's the problem. I think where schools need to teach financial wisdom so much better. There's so much money out there to be had if you just know how to get it. And I know, it's like you're never going to be rich working for somebody else, but there's a lot of things you can do with your own money to start really creating wealth for your family. And I mean, not like we really do it, but I've been lucky with some of the crypto investments and some stock investments that I've made over the years, and I've had just a little bit of money to put in there at the right time, and a little bit of money kind of becomes a lot of money. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't want to dip into all that. I will if I have to, but I don't want to dip into that stuff to pay for the education that I want to take. But I will if I have to. But I'm hoping that we can find another way to pay for that, because I want to make sure that we have money for our kids and everything down the line to say sometimes to me that there's money for Chandra. Because I mean, I don't have anything outside of my investments. I have one of my jobs. I have a pension, but it's like $9,000 or whatever. So I mean, that's not going to go. It wouldn't even pay for the funeral. But Helen is here. Good evening, Helen. Thank you for being here. Cave woman Helen from the UK is here. I'm glad she's got a new channel. If you have not subscribed to her channel yet, please feel free to head on over there and subscribe, say hello, tell her that I sent you. And yeah, that's my sentiment as well. Evelyn's saying that glad that he's doing well and he's still here. And Mikey's like, you know where you can come? I know. I need to come down and visit you anyway. We were down in Hilton Head Island a couple of years ago, so not far off from where you are. And I've wanted to come down to Savannah and see you. My buddy just moved to Savannah, and that's pretty awesome. And he's doing big things, and I love when my friends do good big things and get opportunities, and they're able to take those opportunities and turn things around and have a good and start doing good for their life. That's what I really want. Evelyn goes, oh, he wants to buy me bento toys from Japan. I'm trying to figure out how he's going to get fresh Japanese sushi home to me before it goes bad. Yeah. Yeah, Helen says nighttime here in the UK. So like 3 p.m. and on Sundays when you come in on Sundays, and I'm at like 7:30 in the morning. So it's midnight. So it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow where you are. You're living in the future, Helen. Oh my goodness. Cindy says, as most of you know, we had grandkids living with us before moving to Kentucky. Best advice is to charge them some rent. If you don't need to put it, savings account for them. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that they have the ability to get out and find their own place. There's a house right next to us that's going to be up for rent. It's like, it's a smaller house than ours, because ours is a 2-story house. It's a story, like 1,300 square foot house next to ours, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. They want $1,800 for it. But if our boys can get into that house, they would live right next door to us. And that'd be so nice having them live next door. Love that. I'd love to have our boys live next door because they want to have a roommate because splitting it 3 ways is better than getting a 2 bedroom somewhere and spending because they're looking at like a 2 bedroom apartment's like $1,400 a month or something like that versus an $1,800 house where you could split everything 3 ways. So that means all the lights, electric, everything. I don't know if it's gas. It probably isn't gas. I know we don't have gas here, but if you can get in and do that, it'd be so much better. CC's here. I'm so glad to see you, Stacy. Yeah, I saw that Stacy. Make sure I didn't dream that, but Stacy, you guys are going to Low Carb for Better Health down in. I'm trying to figure a way that I can get myself down there. Oh my goodness, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And Evelyn says we are canceling all subscriptions when they come due in October. Oh my goodness. We don't watch enough really to justify having them all, but at the same time, when we do want to watch something, like we want to have access to stuff and not just sit there. I mean, we pay when we have obviously we have the YouTube premium because YouTube ads are just awful. And I apologize to anybody because I do run ads in my YouTube videos. I run ads in my lives. I run ads anywhere I can just for the fact that I mean, that's how this makes money, that and super chats. But I mean, ads is ridiculously low. So trying to get as many ads as I can is really the only way to try to do something outside of super chats. Um, but yeah. And Cindy says, I'm welcome there. Just I guess I need to go away. Yeah, I appreciate that very much. That's always nice to know. I really appreciate that very much. And Andy says, I did that too. Everything was annual. I just canceled everything, all streaming service. I watch YouTube. I don't need to be streaming other stuff. But it's like, that's the one thing that Shane and I actually get a chance to do together. We watch separate YouTube channels. She watches there's a channel she's been watching lately, and I can't remember what it's called. Let me ask her. Let me see if I can text her and ask her what it's called because the dude's got a British voice and he talks about all these old British murders and like buildings that burned down in New York and all kinds of stuff. I mean, typically when everybody leaves the house, that's what I watch. I watch YouTube because most things that we watch TV wise, we watch together, and that's our kind of quality time because we don't really else. So I'll see if she responds to me, if she even sees it. She's listening. I can hear she's listening to YouTube in there. And Sharon says that there you go. Rent from young ones is going to pay for your course to get getaways. Yeah, but I mean, if we did, we wouldn't take. If we took rent from them, we would put it back to get back to them to put towards a house because we want to make sure that they do leave eventually. Send them off on their way. It's called Whenever. And let me see if I can find it, and I'll put the link in for you guys. Yeah, and just Jason Keto's live right now. Oh, goodness, everybody's live. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know if this will come through right, but I'll put it in here. Yeah, Scott, that's going to be the patience. The patience is going to be the one that I need the most help with. The patience, the patience, the patience. Mr. Gugahan is in the house. Good evening, sir. Glad you could make it. Glad you could join us. And Cindy says we only kept Disney Plus. Disney Plus is a must. We watch Disney Plus. The girl likes shows on Netflix. We've been watching K-pop Demon Hunter. I wake up with those songs in my head. They're very, very catchy. If you haven't had a chance, it's a young kid, not a young kid show, but it's a like, I don't know, 10, 12-year-old show. She watches it anyway, but it's not a bad show. Um, it's just repetitive, and we've seen it a bunch, and I'm kind of already tired of it. And Andy says, "We live on a lake. Come dip your toes in here if you need to." That, yeah, I appreciate that so much. I am hoping that we get to go to the ocean because we haven't seen the ocean in a while. We went to Florida in 2023, but we didn't get a chance to go to the ocean. We had a day we were supposed to go to the ocean, but we ended up not feeling like leaving the house. We actually had like sore throats and coughing and sneezing and just kind of napped on the couch and ate bad Chinese food. I don't know what it is about being sick and what Chinese food, but there's that. So we didn't get a chance to go to we didn't get a chance to go to the ocean. And we haven't been to the ocean since probably 2022, maybe 2021, something like that. Because I know we went to Colorado. Yeah, so we haven't been to the ocean in a while. And Stacy says, "Come visit us. We've got extra bedrooms." I have so many egg cartons for you. Oh my goodness. I have so many egg cartons for you. I have 24 count, 12 count, 18 count. I've got just a ton of them for you, Stacy. I got to give them to you soon. Evelyn says, "I make amazing sushi." I need sushi in my life. I love sushi. That's one of those things. Like, I don't care how strict carnivore or keto I go. We still have sushi every couple of months. I mean, it's just there's just things in life that are just important, and sushi is one of them. Sherry says, "I feel like my loyalty is being tested. I'm listening to Victor and Chris. Can't do both. I will replay the crew." I appreciate you guys so much. Oh my goodness. That was like, I feel so bad because Jason's live, I'm live, Chris and Victor are live. I did send them a super chat letting them know that I was going live, and it was not planned to overlap from them. It was just out of necessity. Oh my goodness. And Evelyn says, "We are canceling everything before it renews because we have lots of medical bills to pay off for the young one." Yeah. I mean, are you gonna find it to watch some way other way? You know what I mean? I don't know what if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, wink, wink, nudge. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Helen says, "Do you not earn? Let's see. Do you not earn on views here? On here, I don't know how it works. So once you, as a creator, hit 500 subscribers with 3,000 watch hours, you can start getting super chats, super stickers, start setting up memberships, and that's a stream of income when it comes to YouTube. When you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, then you can start making money off of views. Most of the views that I have come from shorts, and shorts pay very minimal. I think it's like at best 20 cents per 1,000 views. One of my shorts has like, and I can look it up. I can even tell you what I have. One of my shorts has 146,000, almost 147,000 views. And I can go to the analytics and I can tell you how much I've made off of it. So on that video, so revenue on a short. Now this is also a short that I put out before shorts was shorts. So the numbers on this one are a little skewed. So out of almost 150,000 shorts views, it's made me $50 since 2022. That's a 37 cent per 1,000 views RPM, which is not standard when it comes to shorts. And I'll even look back at one of my other shorts. One of my other shorts that's got the views, 43,000 views. It's just me pouring coffee into my coffee, and it's got almost 44,000 views. And I'll pull that up and kind of give you an idea of what that made. That has made me, that's more realistic when it's in term of shorts. It's made me 9 cents per 1,000 views because I made $3.58. off of almost 50,000 views. So the reason why I have more money on the one that has the most views is because it was before shorts, before there was a short shelf and all of that. It wasn't in the shorts feed, and it was a lot of search traffic, lots and lots of search traffic, because I even had a thumbnail for it. And so I was getting basically regular video monetization on it. And then shorts came along and it changed that. So yeah, if I was like, I would have had a lot more money than that, but it's what it is. So, and then the next one underneath that is 20,000 views. And I'll give you an idea of what that one is. That one probably has a higher view. Yeah, 20,000 views, $2.25. So, but off that, I've gained 63 subscribers. So off of that, I've got more out of it than just money. I got 63 subscribers out of that. And if we go back and look at the other one, I'll see what kind of subscriber count I got off of that one. That one I got 61 subscribers. And the TikTok Cool Whip Pudding video I made, 756 subscribers off of that one video. So that's the biggest piece right there. 756 subscribers. That's the biggest takeaway from that video. $50, yeah, but I mean, almost 1,000 subscribers off of one video. So that's pretty intense versus a video. Now, one of my videos I have, one of my biggest videos, it's been out since way before I was monetized. So that's going to be it's got 40,000 views. It's my white bread chaffle recipe. And I've made $104 off of that video. But the revenue on that one didn't start till, let's see. It didn't start till July 5th, 2022. So I released that video February 7th, 2021. And I didn't start getting money for that video for a year and a half because it took me that long to get monetized. So from July 2022 all the way to now, I've made $104 on that. So still, money's in lives. Money comes in from lives, and you can do that at 50 or 500 subscribers. You can start making money that way at 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And going live consistently truly helps you with your watch time. I think you need 50 subscribers. Am I correct on that? You need 50 subscribers. 50 subscribers to go live. Is that correct? I'm sure someone will correct me here. We're not that far behind. Let's see. Helen says I have 54 subscribers in 3 weeks. So my channel is growing by the day. So I'm happy. Yeah, you should be able to start going live. And I would recommend going live once or twice a week. Putting your videos up like you do and going live. I think going live is huge. Jesus says I watch Pluto TV and A&E programs. Jeanette says, never be sorry, you need community right now. Yeah, I know. I just don't like, I don't want, I just, and it's not that I'm sorry, but at the same time, I was like, I don't want to go live and when my friends are live, because I want to be there with them and chat with them and hang out with them. Because Jayden been a huge part of this community, and he and I have met multiple times. And same thing with Chris. Chris has been a huge part of my journey since he's come online, and he introduced me to Victor. And we've all become very good friends, and we've been chatting. I mean, everybody's been so busy as of late that we haven't even been chatting that much in person, like on our chats. Like, I mean, there's been we'll send a couple of videos every once in a while, but with Chris working on his cookbook and Victor putting it together, and he has a business that he runs and everything that Ash is doing. So those two people, those cats are just crazy busy right now. So yeah. Helen goes, are you, goodness, do you go to the ocean? Is there not sharks in the ocean there? Well, there are, but I mean, even still, there's like shark attacks are so rare, really. I think, and I don't know. Let me look up Chat GPT here real quick, and I'll see what. Let me look and see. Let's look up. So, while shark attacks, we go to Gulf shores a lot. That's typically where we go to the ocean. I know there's more sharks that kind of come up in South Carolina, but in the Gulf shores, Alabama are rare. They do happen, although there are many species of sharks in the Gulf. The designated swimming areas are generally considered safe. Visitors can enjoy the beach and peace of mind. It's always good to be aware of your surroundings. So, I mean, they happen. They're just not very frequent. It's like shark attacks are rare. With only 10 reported attacks in 1937. So, I mean, it's not that. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of people on the beach every day. 10 happening in like 150 years. I think we're okay. 200 years, something like that. I'm okay. We don't go that deep into the water. I mean, we don't really go past the breakers. But that is a good question. I have a friend that's always sending me pictures from Deal Beach, and I know that's not know how far that is from where you live, Helen. But yeah, I have friends that live and they hang out at Deal Beach. Because one of them does a radio show on Deal Radio. I don't know what his radio show is called. I can always ask him. But he does a show. He's an older gentleman. He's like in his 70s, and he does a show on Deal Radio. I don't know how far that transmits. I don't know how that gets to where you are. But yeah. Evelyn says, on our Florida vacation, we went to Clearwater for a day and saw winter from Dolphin Tail. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Scott Elliott's in the house. Hello from Colorado. Colorado's one of my favorite places to visit. I love the ocean and I love mountains. If I could live somewhere with both, with all of our kids and you guys could still visit on a normal basis, I would be very, very happy. It's just very difficult, And he goes, you are a priority. I can worry. Well, I appreciate that so much. Oh my goodness. Stacey says we are going to low carb for better health. I am really trying to go. I need to talk to Chandra about it again and see if I can get a ticket. It's not super expensive, and I just want to hang out with everybody. And I know that Chris Bear and his wife will be there, and you guys will be there, and Charlie will be there, and I know that that Chris and Ash will be there for at least the first day. So I'm really looking forward to that. I just really want to, Yeah, Borshel is correct. Views are pocket change. If that, I mean, unless you are someone like Mr. Beast getting billions of views, I haven't even had I haven't hit 1 million views on my channel yet. I'm getting very close. Let me look and see where I'm at for that. I'm really curious to see where I'm at. I can look at all that stuff. As of July 17th, 800,000 views. So I'm very close. I'm very, very close to hitting. I need 900. So I had 95,000 views to hit 1 million views. So hitting 1 million views is a huge, huge, huge milestone. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, so that's always fun to look at that. I don't look at that too often. And I mean, I don't really, as long as I make about $100 a month, as long as I break $100 every month, YouTube will continue to send me a check every month. And that does help me cover a lot of things that I pay for to keep the channel running. It's basically everything that comes in on YouTube goes right back into YouTube, whether it's for a website or for the streaming service that I run this on. Editing stuff. Like I pay for Adobe Express. It's like $10 a month, $11 a month. There's all these things that I pay for that come out of pocket. All that stuff. So, I'm not getting rich by any stretch of the imagination, but it does help me. It helps me with some super chats. I give super chats back to people. And thank you, Evelyn, for $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you so much. and it's all going to be okay, brother. I know what's going to be okay, but I know like coming on here and being able to talk with you guys about it helps me, tremendously. And I can think about like someone like Erin. She's got 10 kids. 10 kids. Oh my goodness. Erin says it's like a job cave lady. Either you watch YouTube or you make it. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Amy says, I know I will never make money on YouTube. It's okay to do it for all of you and to connect with my friends. As long I don't for me, YouTube, as long as I kind of make enough to at least check every month, whether that's $100 or $200, that really just keeps the channel going. That keeps me making sure that I can afford to pay for the streaming service and I can afford to pay for the editing. So, I mean, my editing software is already paid for. That was a gift for another YouTuber, because he works with DaVinci Resolve, and they sent him a whole bunch of products, and each of the products came with a code for a free version of the studio. So he gifted that to me because he had like 6 or 7 of them. So one came to me, so that was flipping amazing, and super excited to have that. There's so many amazing tools in there, but things that I make my thumbnails with to make it easier for me. It makes it I can make them when I don't have to be at my computer necessarily to make them. I can make them on my phone, and it's all civic at all. I can make it on my phone, then I can go on my computer and print it off. Or if I make something on my computer and then I want to go in and like save it on my phone and do like some kind of promotion with it, I can do that. It's super easy. $11 a month is totally worth it. There's a lot of cool things in there that allow me to do that. And, you know, as long as I can make, as far as YouTube is concerned, I don't think I'll ever make a living from YouTube itself. But as long as I can make enough each month to pay for itself to where it's self-funded, I'll be truly happy. And that'll be perfectly fine for me. I mean, I have merch. Nobody buys it. It's expensive. I mean, I have new 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 designs up. Get to promote that. I mean, I work with Salty. I work with Perfect Keto. I work with a lot of different companies, and if you go to ketosymbol.shop, you can see who I work with. I have the discount through NordVPN because I use NordVPN because Indiana is weird and backwards, and you have to use NordVPN to visit certain websites or make things work. And so I have that. And I think if you sign up through my link, you get a couple free months, and I get a couple free months. So no money changes hands, but it just saves me money because I paid for two years with NordVPN. So things like that. But that doesn't I mean, none of that pays the bills. It just keeps the channel going. And I mean, like with stuff with Salty and Perfect Keto, Salty and Keto Chow and such, those just give you a discount. Like you get a perpetual 10% off anytime you order from me, and I get a little kickback. I get 10% back. So what you save, I get. So I mean, that's pretty amazing. So I usually make, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but I make like $25 a month from them. So it's not life changing money, but it again goes right back into the channel and helps me keep things going and all that stuff. So, you know. And Borshell says days of solo content creators on any platform that make a living just from views are long gone. Most likely that disappeared in 20. Yeah, there was some of that stuff, but I think it's still possible from views, but you have to still be diversifying your how you make money. Like, whether it's sponsored content. I'm not big enough, don't get enough views to really get sponsored. I've had one sponsored video, which is pretty amazing to think that I've had one sponsored video that somebody wanted to sponsor me and they paid me money to make a video. And that was pretty amazing. I wish that would happen every, but it doesn't. I mean, maybe one day it will, but that's how like sponsored content. I mean, that's how like MKBHD and a lot of people make the most money is sponsorship. They sponsor your video and you make the video, you talk about their product for 45 seconds I mean, I always kind of fall back to the whole idea of Element. Element's one of the biggest sponsors in our community. and they have controversy. Are they the cleanest? No. But I mean, they are still committed community. And they, at least at one point in time, I knew they were paying, depending on who you were, between $400 and $1,200 per video. So that's ridiculous money. You can make a living on that money if you have a channel and you can turn over sales enough to continue that relationship. Then that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So people get mad about the Element commercials but how much work it takes to, how much work it goes into these videos, how much, sacrifice it takes. I mean, long nights. I mean, I know that Joe and Rachel can attest to the long nights there, 2, 3 in the morning, editing videos and recording videos. I mean, I'm recording stuff all the time, whether you see it or not. I'm always trying to film stuff at the grocery store if I see something new or something weird. And sometimes it makes it to a video, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of my shorts come from that kind of content, Helen says that, wow, crazy, isn't it, that I think it will take me a long time to get monetized, to be honest. Maybe. And I mean, think what you've done in just a couple of weeks. Look at what you've done in just like maybe 2 weeks. You've gone from 0 subscribers to over 50 subscribers. That's phenomenal. Think if you had 50 people standing in a room listening to you talk. Like right now, 45 people watching between YouTube, X, and Rumble. If I had 45 people standing in a room listening to me talk, how amazing would that be? That's a meetup. But it's around the world. I got someone watching me from the UK after midnight. That's totally worth it. I'm willing to sacrifice and do whatever I can. Hopefully one day make enough money to whatever it takes, but that's not the goal here. I mean, there's always a goal to make it self-sustainable, but that's not really how it's going to go. And that's, I think it took me the longest to get monetized. I had to get the watch hours. I didn't have the hours. Yeah, the hours are hard, but what I noticed, so basically the way I look at watch hours, I go to my analytics, and watch hours are hard until you start doing lives. Lives really open up watch hours. So watch time for me right now, the last 28 days, I had 775 watch hours. I go in this and I click into that, and I click into the last 365 days, almost like 10,500 watch hours. You need 4,000 hours a year. You need a consecutive 4,000 hours at least to stay monetized. So no matter what happens, you got to maintain 4,000 watch hours. So every day you got to be getting those hours. So really, to start getting above 5,000, 6,000 a year, get it to 10,000 a year. That's really, that's huge. 10,000 watch hours. That's over double what I need a year to maintain monetization. But that comes from lives. Like on a Sunday live, I'll get 100 watch hours, 150 watch hours on a Sunday. This, I may get 50, 60 watch hours from this today, maybe some replay. So, all that adds up. You need like 300 watch hours every 28 days. I think it's like, I'm going to do the math here. So 4,000 every 365 days divided by 365. That's 11 hours every day. You need 11 watch hours every day to maintain. That's just to get to and maintain 4,000 watch hours. So then you times that by 28. Oops. No, I did the almost backwards. Hold on. You need 307 watch hours every 28 days. So 4,000 hours a year. That's 307 watch hours every 28 days, or 11 watch hours a day. It's not impossible. It's really not impossible. If you go, say you're a person, you go live for an hour every day, if you really want to start pushing your watch time, and you want to go and you want to start getting, start really getting your watch time. Yeah, you can look at my spikes or Sundays. I'm looking at Sunday, like Sunday, November 17th, 2024. I had, get back where it was, 156 watch hours. And then you see another big, huge spike was another Sunday, um 165 watch hours. So Sundays are my big days. Tuesdays are another big day. So Tuesdays, Sundays, any day you go live. If you go live, so if you really, really, really want to jumpstart your watch time, start going live. You go live for an hour and you get 5 to 10 people watch you for, you get 12 to 15, 20 watch hours from a live every day. You're going to get monetized way sooner than you think. And it'll compound. And then you'll start to grow and more people will show up. Think about like what Mitch does. He goes live every day at 8 a.m. except Sunday or Saturday or whatever it is, right? Yeah, he says hopefully I'll start recouping the time. I mean, realistically, I'm never going to recoup the money. I mean, how much I spend on a laptop, computers, time, the time. You're never going to get the time back. That's the thing. Yeah, and Amy says, I think so, Dustin. I started going live early on. Yeah, going live is huge. She hates editing videos. I love editing videos. I love having control. I love making shorts. Because I love being able to make something that is compelling, that has the potential to get millions and millions of eyes on it. That's what I love about shorts. The chances of my shorts though going millions and millions is very small, but the chance is always there. And once you put a video on YouTube, it never goes away. That's whatever you're making, like considered evergreen content. You never know. You may find somebody who decides to go back and watch every single one of your lives. Awesome. You can take all of your live videos and put them into a folder and mark it as a podcast, and then it goes out to YouTube Music as well. So that's pretty awesome. Aaron says, editing's really fun on my phone. If I did it at a computer, I'd hate myself. So for me, it's like I can come into my office, I can edit my video. It's quiet. It's by myself. It's kind of like my Zen space. So just being able to be creative, whether I'm making and come in and I can work on a script, I can put the idea together for a video, sit down, record the video, edit it, and think to myself, I'll go into something like making a video and think, you know what, this is going to be such crap. And then I'll make it and I'm like, oh, it's not going to be good. Then I'll get done making it and I'm like, man, that's way better than I thought it was going to be. And I mean, that's kind of why I haven't had a lot of videos recently, because I get in my own way. And Amy says, it takes way longer to edit a short video than go live for an hour. That's true. But I like the idea of mixing it up and putting shorts out there, putting lives out there, putting long form content out there, because you never know what's going to click. Like like the fact that I have, videos that have over 100,000 views is insane to me. That's crazy that people have watched these videos, and so many, like my travel video, 40,000 views on a travel video. That's crazy. And the comments are always fun. And and Aaron, like going live is creating a community. Making long form content, you're growing a catalog of information that people can find at any time in history. From now going forward, as long as YouTube is a thing, as long as it is a thing, your content's out there in perpetuity. The fact that now I have content that I'm putting up that will, in theory, live forever. So, whether my grandkids or my great grandkids or my great great grandkids or whatever go, I wonder what my great great grandfather, oh, he was on YouTube. Oh, how weird. Look at him. He's bald, his big beard. And what's he talking about? What's this Cato stuff? You know what I mean? That's kind of cool, And Evelyn says, I always like it when you pop into other lives and say hi. I love being live. I love going and talking to people. I love it. I love it. I love it. Helen says, there's one particular creator on here who has carnivore channel, and I'm not keen on how judgmental they are. But apart from him, lots of lovely channels on here and supportive. I see there. I mean, there's going to be people who are judgmental, whether it's the keto space, carnivore space, whatever. And that's what I love about my channel and all the channels that come in and hang out with me, is people are not so judgmental, because you have to understand the fact that There's a lot of unhealthy people out there, and it's going to take all of us to truly make a difference. None of us are going to make a difference to everybody. Dr. Barry isn't going to make a difference on his own. Dr. can't do it on his own. You know, Dr. Baker can't do it on his own. You know, Dr. Berg, Dr. Westman, Dr. Fung, none of these people can do it on their own. It's going to take them, us, all of us working together, whether we're carnivore, keto, ketovore. I don't care if you're eating whole foods, just whole food, single ingredient foods like potatoes and rice. I don't care. You're welcome here. If you're losing weight and doing well and you're thriving and you're eating a whole food diet like, like people on the prairie back in the day, and they're, milking, you're drinking, fresh squeezed milk and having butter, and you're growing green beans and whatever, and you're doing all that stuff like my great grandmother used to do before they changed all the guidelines. I think you'll be fine. I think if we can get a majority of people, if we can get a large enough percentage of people just to ditch the high, like the low satiety, hyper palatable processed foods that we eat every single day, day in and day out, if we can get people to back away from that, we're going to be a lot better off. And I think that's one thing about Maha that bugs me is, the Make America Healthy Again initiative is they're focusing, yes, is getting high fructose corn syrup out of the supply important? Yes. But switching over to cane sugar better? No. Is getting dyes out of our food important? Yes. Is it going to make breakfast cereals healthy? No. I think we're doing things just for the sake of doing them right now. It doesn't seem like they have a plan. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And I'm still a person with a controversial idea that I don't understand why we want to interfere with people who are on SNAP benefits. We want to interfere with people who are getting government assistance, and we want to make it to where they can't buy sodas and candies and sweets, because it's a very easy, slippery slope for them to say today we're worried about sodas and candies and buy breakfast cereals or ice cream with your SNAP benefits, for them to come in a week and go, well, we've decided that, red meat healthy. We've decided that butter isn't healthy and eggs aren't healthy. So now people who are on our SNAP benefits can no longer buy hamburger. They can no longer buy butter, eggs. They can't buy steak. And I see our people already complain they're buying steak and I can't afford steak. If they're making the financial decision to buy, then that's on them. You can give them the money, but I mean, telling them how to spend it doesn't help anybody. We should be educating each other, educating the masses on what's healthy, but we have to decide and choose what's healthy and, say, okay, buying these breakfast cereals isn't good for us. Orange juice in the morning isn't good for us. We've all seen the breakfast commercials, a part of a complete breakfast, and there's toast and cereal and orange juice and milk, and there's all these things, and you're like, that's not healthy. But we've been told for so long that it's healthy. And was there any meat? Oh, maybe a strip of bacon or 2 strips of bacon. That's not enough protein to satiate a person. Not enough healthy fats to satiate a person. So those things bother me. I think, we've got a long way to go. We're very, very, very much in the very early stages of trying to push a healthier agenda. But we have to do it through education. We can't do it through brute force, because people don't want brute force. When it came to changing the guidelines over time the way we have since the early 1900s, in through the 80s, the 90s, into the 2000s, it was, well, we have these studies that, eggs aren't, high cholesterol and all these things are bad for us, and we should probably eat less meat and drink skim milk, and all these things took hold very, very slowly. That was very well orchestrated, even if hazardly orchestrated. I don't think they really were intending for it to be the way that it was. It's almost like a perfect storm. And I understand there's going to be people don't agree with me on things, and that's fine. I just worry that if we go and we start telling people what they can and can't buy, then how do they learn what's actually good for them? They just know they can't buy something now. Then are they going to sell their food stamps? People already do that already. I don't know. I just worry that we're doing it the wrong way. And and Helen, I hope that creator doesn't really like put you off too much. I know that they're going to be out there. Cindy says $60 for low carb for better health. Yeah, I know how much it is. I just got to figure out how to pay for it. $160 is a lot of money for me. Maritza, I'm so glad you're here, Maritza. Thank you for joining us, dear. Let's see. Helen said there was a guy on here, has a channel, talks about things going on in the world. He earns about 10K a month, has over 200,000 subscribers, and lots of people are members too. Yeah, memberships, sponsorships, getting 10th month isn't really that unheard of. I would imagine, like, if you really wanted to break down like how much Dr. Barry makes a month, it's probably, I would say, probably 10 times that amount what Dr. Barry makes a month. But I mean, you got to figure Dr. Barry has 3.5 million subscribers. He has a huge network of paid members that get a lot out of him. He is there. He is a physician. He does give, amazing information, whether or not it's considered advice or not. You can get information you're not going to get from your doctor. So I think, obviously people like that really, really, really do make a difference. Jesus says, is there a way that I could create a carnivore channel and write off the meals, like weight loss with carnivore, and write off the meals as a business expense? I would say this is not advice, but I would say looking into it, I would say you would probably have to create an LLC of some sort, and you would probably have to then purchase all the meat. You would have to film getting the meat. You'd have to film eating all the meat and film everything you eat, probably to write it off on your taxes. But it's probably possible. I don't know if you can write all of it off, but I probably imagine there's a amount that you could probably write off. There's probably a YouTube video out there about just that thing, how to write off things for YouTube videos. It's probably not as big a stretch as you think. And Aaron says, I got 10 kids and the house is kind of small, but the farm has 30 acres. So you could at least go for a walk and get away. Andy says I use DaVinci Resolve now as well. I love Resolve. It's such a great program. Always updating it. Even the free version is so robust. There's obviously some things that you can't do with free, especially as they start to expand and use a lot of the AI features. But I did it for a long time for the free version. Made a lot of my videos. There we go. Rick is here. Greetings, Earthlings. I made a live. I'm so glad you're here, Rick. Thank you so much. If you get a chance, go over to his channel. Follow him. Cindy, follow her. Let's see. Helen says, I intend putting all I can into my channel, creating content and build up the consistency. And I really love already people connecting with me. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm glad you're here. Stacy says, take me to the ocean and you can use shark bait. I want to bring you back from the ocean. I don't want to lose you. You're one of my favorite people on the planet, Stacy. Let's see. Helen says, I'd love to find a ketone drink. I don't drink ketones. I don't think they're necessary. I don't think that just upping your ketones is, unless you're feeling sluggish sometimes, maybe. I got a bag of ketones off of like some BH of Amazon for like $25. And I put, you can put a teaspoon or quarter teaspoon of that into like coffee or whatever. I don't really notice a difference. I think making your own ketones is more valuable because once you start making ketones means you are in fact burning fat for fuel, and that creates ketones, giving you energy. I just don't think that exogenous ketones are kind of the way, and especially most of the time they're very, very expensive. You're looking at $1.05, like probably around $5 now per serving, which is crazy. And it's not even a meal. You're gonna get a 12-ounce drink and you're just done. I don't really see like I don't really know. Like, I just don't recommend that. I mean, if you can find them cheap or you want to try them, I would recommend trying them, but I don't think they're necessary. I really don't. I think getting your body to where it's producing enough ketones and your body is utilizing the ketone use is the most beneficial way. Drinking exogenous ketones really is kind of like making expensive pee. Kind of taking certain kind of vitamins. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Stacy says Alaska has mountains and oceans, and you get eaten alive by mosquitoes. I don't need that. I don't know. Let's see. Ketone is not ketone drink. It aids with cognitive issues. I think like if you are a person that has cognitive issues, like if you have somebody who like putting MCT oil into your coffee can help. Maybe if you are like having some cognitive issues, maybe some find some cheap ketones and put that into your drink and see if that helps you clear your head up a little bit. I don't know. That's what I would try. Evelyn says the lemonade by Element is not supposed to have maltodextrin. I haven't found that one in stores yet. Our stores are now carrying Element in stores. They're not. I think they're cost prohibitive to buy them in stores. I would like for them to send me some. I would like to try it, but I don't want to pay like $15 for 10 sticks. That's silly. I don't want to do that. If I can get it for free, I will do it. I mean, I would like to try them. I did reach out to Rob Wolf, but he did not reply to me. I didn't necessarily think he would, but I mean, we've talked on Twitter before. He didn't respond to that. And Cindy kind of says ketone drinks are not necessarily unless you have neurological issues. Yeah, I think unless you're having some fog and stuff like that, I might help a little bit. Helen and I went the route of ketone drinks when I started keto 5 years ago. They aren't necessary. Yeah, that's how I look at it. And Scott says, regarding my channel, I honestly thought that it would be watched by my mom and a couple of close friends, and that would be it. I can't believe that I have over 900 subscribers. That's fantastic, and I'm glad that you make and keep your channel going, Scott. I truly appreciate that very much. And congratulations on over 900 subscribers. You'll hit that 1,000. You're going to do it. I know you will. I really do. Good night, Sharon. I'm sorry I missed you. Sorry, I said you're probably long gone before I say goodbye. Let's see. And Amy said Eventually Resolve is the way to go. I agree. I love it. When I first got it, my computer was like, and I had to put like put M2, had to put an M2 drive in it because the original drive was just not handling it very much. And he has 198 subs. I have to make some shorts about the medication causing dementia. People need to know. Yeah, there's shorts I want to make all the time. I want to make them. And Lexus says, dear, good evening, Lexus. Thank you, dear. Make sure to go and check out her channel. She's got a fantastic story. I love her story so very much. It's very compelling. Let's see. She says, you can go my route and not edit your videos. They're not the best content, but I just want to reach people without overwhelming myself. 100%. And you don't need to do all kinds of crazy, fancy editing stuff in the beginning or at all, ever, really. Just make content that get people watching, And Helen loves creating content. I love it. It's zen for me. It really is. When I can get a chance to come in and work and make videos and make shorts and do all that, it means I get a chance to come in here and it's kind of like relaxing for me. It's not really like work, but I need to do it. I've not had a lot of chance to do that right now. Thanks, Dustin. I'm trying my best to build it up. And you're doing fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going into lives. Keep hanging out. Keep chatting. Keep making daily content, and you will probably surpass me before you know it. Because my growth is kind of stagnant, and I'm okay with it. Jesus says, great grandson. What's YouTube? Yeah, I mean, basically. Evelyn says, I'll never have a channel because I don't deal well with negative people. And I mean, that's the hard part is if you want to be community minded, then you deal with kind of that. But I mean, you could also make the content and walk away. Just be focused on other people's channels, Make your content, say what you want to say, and walk away. Never read the comments. Have Carl read them for you, or have Carl respond to them. And if you don't, if that's something that bothers you, then you could do it that way. Just have Carl. Like Chandra never looks at her comments. Chandra's never seen a comment in her life. I've never shown her a comment, even on her own channel. I'll show her comments because she doesn't deal with it either. You know? Yeah. And Jesus is right. Real foods have one ingredient. Yeah, that's right. I mean, and that's where I think if we're going to make a real difference, we have to take a step back and realize that, we have to take a step back and realize that that being so strict is just not going to work for everybody. I need to go. I think I need to go. I think we need to cut this short. I think 2KK may be live. Are they live right now? I need to find out. I'm trying to see if we can pause this to head on over that. If there's a redirect, I tried to do it when I did it earlier and I didn't see them. Maybe they've changed there we go. They're live. So I'm going to do my best to cut through these comments real quick. Each other is key, is Helen. Let's see. Good. You have them all. Okay. I'm just trying to cut through these as quickly as I can. I truly appreciate all of you. Let's see. Yeah. If you have negative people, you're doing something right. Karen Harrington's in the house. Thank you for being here. Let's see. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for all of this. Let's see. Lexus says, when I was on SNAP benefits and could never afford steak, I wouldn't even do that now. And I get $60 a week, 20 to 30 for one meal. And then I really need food for the week. Yeah. It depends on how much you get. Some people get hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Not everybody gets it. But I think, like focusing on like eating 30-cent ramen isn't the way either. Like I would be doing, frozen burger patties, trying to see if I can make that work for a week. Like you could do that. Burger patties and eggs. You probably get that for under $60 a week, depending on where you are and what quality. You know what I mean? I think that would be a way to do it. I need to put that together and like, how do you make? That's a good video idea, Alexis. How do you make the $60 go for your week, and how to, whether you're buying chicken thighs or burger patties or whatever it is you're getting, how do you make that last and how do you stretch it and get it on a carnivore diet? I think that would be beautiful. Brian Doyle's here. Good evening, Brian. Nan is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Nan. I'm trying to get through these comments so we can get out of here. Let's see. Yeah, Amy says I have cognitive issues. Yeah, try Keystone. I just don't try the expensive ones. Stacy said I had to cancel my appointment with Dr. Hampton while I had the vid. His next available is October 2026. Yeah, 2026. Oh my goodness gracious, that's so far away. I'm sorry about that. Lexus channel's in there. That's perfect. Amy has 217. Let's get Platte River Keto out there. That's fantastic. I love this. I love this. I love this. Now, one thing is Helen, the ketone sticks, they only work until you are fat adapted. So when you're first starting off, within the first like 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, they're going to work and you're going to start seeing the bright purple. I have a video on my channel about those. Once you are completely fat adapted, those do no longer work because what they pick up on is acetoacetate. And that's what your body is pushing out when you're first starting into ketosis is acetoacetate. Once you get fully keto adapted, then you're using beta hydroxybutyrate, and then those sticks do not pick up on beta hydroxybutyrate. So you will think you were failed, but you were not. You were doing fine. Just understand that the ketone sticks, like the P sticks, only pick up acetoacetate. If you want to invest in a ketone blood meter, then that will give you the most accurate reading, and you'll have a better idea of where you are. So that being said, I didn't want you to kind of fail, but I do have videos on that. I have a lot of videos on my channel that if you guys want to go back and watch, try to make them important, all that fun stuff. But yep, 2KK are live now. I love all of you people. Yep, I'll tell Chandra you love them. Becky's late. We love you, Becky. I'm going to get out of here. 2KK is live. Tell them Dustin sent you. I love you. Just hang out. If you're on your phone or whatever, it'll kick you over. Just click the button and say yes and go. I love you. Everybody, have a great one. Here are the credits. Have a good night.